Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willowbound Journals. Welcome back to my channel. This is a Faith Junk Journal with Me episode, working in my faith journal, and I've just got my journaling Bible here in front of me. I've been getting a lot of questions about what Bible I use and where I get it from, so this is a look at the cover. It's the Inspire Creative Journaling Bible, New Living Translation, Tyndale publisher, and I got it from Koorong, which is a Christian shop in Australia. But I think if you do a Google search, you may be able to find it in other places, because I've heard of other people getting the same Bible from other shops. So hopefully you can find the same one if you like it, but there are definitely very similar ones to this. There's lots of different creative journaling Bibles, different translations, but they have the same type of thing with the pretty pictures and the quotes or some highlighted scriptures, and the side panels of the pages have space for writing. So yeah, there's all different kinds out there. I really like this one just because it has the really cool cover, really pretty. It almost looks like a journal. So what I'm doing now, moving on to the pieces that I've got to decorate my page, I've just got a couple of photos. And I had some printed out as proper photos on photo paper, and others that I just printed out on the printer. And I get lots of questions about that too. I use the old work printer where I used to work in an office. And so, yeah, it's one of those 3-story Ricoh printers, scanner and photocopier all in one. So very, very fortunate that I'm able to print using that printer at work. And so I ended up using the smaller photos just because they fit better onto the page, and just chose one. And this is a photo that I took recently of my feet standing in the water at one of the beaches where I am, called Rose Bay. And then this cutout that I've got here was from a magazine. I think it was from In Her Studio. And I just really liked this stack of suitcases. Let me read out the scripture for you that I'm working on this week. It is Proverbs 16:9, which was a request, and it is, "We can make plans, but the Lord determines our steps." There's another translation, I think it's the NIV, where instead of it saying determines, establishes. So we can make plans, but the Lord establishes our steps. Or I think the NIV translation also says something like, "We can make our own path, but it's the Lord who establishes our steps." So yeah, I kind of like both versions. And that's why I've got that picture there of my feet, to represent the steps. And then the suitcases kind of represent the path in a metaphorical kind of sense. Traveling the path we travel in life, and how we just don't know where we're going to end up, basically. We can make our plans, as the verse says, but in the end, none of us really know where we will end up. And I love that we can trust that God is a good God, and He works things together for good, and He has the most amazing plan for all of us. He is such a genius. He is just orchestrating everything, and I love how He brings together big and small things, and how He can turn maybe some tough times around and bring good out of them, and how He can bring, turn around disappointments and things like that, and turn them into joys and into triumphs and that kind of thing. And especially I remember, when I was a kid, I had this plan about where my life was headed and what I would be doing, and this life plan, and my life doesn't look anything like that at all. And if you told me back then that it wouldn't look anything like that, I would have been, a bit sad and disappointed, maybe even a little bit devastated. And I would have been like, no, what do you mean it's not going to turn out that way? But as you go along the life journey and you travel along the path that He has for you, you realize, He knew best all along. and I'm so thankful for, where the journey has led me to. It's completely not at all where I thought I would be. I never ever thought that I would be full-time journal maker, running my own business. I never thought I'd be on YouTube or doing anything online like this. Like, it's just crazy. But I see it definitely as a God-directed thing where I'm very thankful for this opportunity to share my creations and to share my heart, to share my stories, and to share anything that I can offer, whether that's through my art, or through the things that I learn that I hope to pass on, and just encouragement. I definitely hope just to share lots of encouragement and inspiration. I think the world needs a lot more of that, because all of us can, go through struggles and, all that kind of stuff, hard times, and sometimes we're our own worst enemy, even if the circumstances around us are doing well. Sometimes it's our own mind that can be the thing that gets us down. But so I hope to be a voice out there to cheer you on. I just want to be your cheerleader and say you're amazing, you're beautiful, you're here for a reason, and you have so much to offer to those around you and to the wider world, just by being you and just by doing what you do and what you naturally do and what you love as well. Your joy brings joy to the world. And so that's kind of what I'm writing here, how, like, even though we may not know the plan, because I was a person who was like, I need to know the plan. I'm a planner and I need to know the plan. But through my journey, God has taught me I don't actually need to know the plan, because he's got it all covered. And I just follow. I take the next step that he gives in front of me, and then I take the next step and the next step, and I don't need to know 10 steps ahead. I can just take this one step that he's got for me. And I hope that helps you out there too, that you don't need to know the plan either. That we can know where we are right now is right where we're meant to be, and he'll get us where we need to be anyway. Like, he is faithful like that, and he is patient as well. Like, we might be like, come on God, now. And he's just like, no, it's all okay. Maybe some things have to happen. We might need to learn a few lessons. We might need to grow, develop some character and maturity, and grow in our intimacy with him. That can only, sometimes happen through life, pretty much. But yeah, it's all, I love the journey, the struggles. I even, in a way, just love the struggles. That scripture about consider it pure joy when you go through trials and challenges. I'm not 100% on board with that, but I'm definitely like 80% on board with that, because I totally see the growth that comes out of that and the wisdom. And now we're at black screen, but anyway, I hope that this is encouraging and that you just embrace the journey. It's all wonderful to know that God is with us through it all, and he is working in our lives, and everything is gonna be okay. If you're feeling like it's not okay right now, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.